Welcome to Ascend and Awaken. Today we're going to explore one of the most profound yet accessible teachings of the Buddha, the practice of watching the breath. Now, if you've ever felt that meditation was too complicated, too mysterious, or required years of training, this teaching might surprise you. Because the Buddha's instruction is so simple, anyone can begin right now. It doesn't require robes, a monastery, or hours of sitting in silence. All it requires is your gentle attention to the breath, the most natural rhythm of your life. So let's walk together through this practice, step by step, and discover how something so simple can completely transform the way you experience peace, clarity, and presence. Why did the Buddha emphasize the breath so much? Out of all the things we could observe, thoughts, emotions, sensations, why the breath? The answer is both practical and profound. The breath is always here. It cannot be in the past. It cannot be in the future. The breath is always now. Each inhale and each exhale is a reminder that life is unfolding in this very moment. When we focus on the breath, we return to ourselves. We step out of the whirlwind of distractions and come home to the present. And here's something beautiful. The breath also reflects our state of mind. When we're anxious, the breath becomes shallow and quick. When we're calm, the breath becomes slow and deep. Observing the breath helps us understand the intimate connection between the body and mind. The Buddha called the breath a bridge between body and mind, between the outer world and our inner peace. Many people approach meditation thinking it's about emptying the mind or forcing themselves into silence. They sit down, thoughts come rushing in, and they feel like they're failing. But the Buddha never taught that you must fight your thoughts. He never said you must stop thinking. His teaching was much gentler. He said, breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. That's it. Simple recognition. Awareness. No judgment, no striving. It's not about blocking thoughts. It's about giving your attention a place to rest, the breath. The thoughts can come and go like clouds in the sky, but your breath is the clear blue space behind them. This is where many people misunderstand meditation. They think it's a battle, but truly, it's an act of friendship with yourself. So, how do we practice? You don't need special postures or rituals. Simply sit comfortably in a chair or on a cushion. Place your hands gently in your lap. Close your eyes if you'd like. And then, just notice the breath. Feel the coolness of the air as you inhale. Feel the warmth as you exhale. Notice the rising and falling of your chest or the gentle movement of your belly. There's no need to control the breath. Don't force it to be longer or shorter. Just let it be natural. If your mind wants to wander, gently say to yourself, this is an in-breath. This is an out-breath. Let that be your anchor. The more you return to this simple noticing, the more you realize peace doesn't need to be created. It's already here. The breath simply reveals it. Of course, distractions will come. They always do. Thoughts about yesterday, plans for tomorrow, judgments about how you're doing. Sometimes whole stories unfold in your mind before you even realize you've left the breath. But here's the key. This is not failure. This is part of the practice. The Buddha compared this to training a puppy. Imagine placing a puppy on the ground and asking it to stay. Naturally, it runs off. You don't get angry. You simply guide it back with patience, again and again. Each time your mind wanders, you simply notice, oh, thinking, and then return to the breath. That return is the very moment of mindfulness. That return is a success. The more gently you treat yourself in those moments, the more natural and joyful the practice becomes. So what happens when you make this practice part of your daily life? First, your body responds. The nervous system begins to calm, the heart rate slows, stress hormones lower. Modern science now confirms what meditators have always known: mindful breathing is medicine. Second, your mind begins to settle. Instead of being pulled into every thought and distraction, you create space. Thoughts may still come, but they lose their grip. Third, you start to notice peace, not as a distant goal, but as a present reality. With each breath, you touch a quiet stillness that was always there, waiting beneath the noise. And perhaps most importantly, this practice is portable. You can carry it with you anywhere, in a traffic jam, during a meeting, while waiting in line. Wherever you are, your breath is with you, and so is peace. But here's something deeper. Watching the breath isn't only about relaxation. The Buddha used it as a path to wisdom. As you observe the breath, you begin to see patterns. Every breath arises, lingers for a moment, and fades. This rhythm mirrors life itself. Everything in existence is impermanent. Thoughts arise and fade. Emotions arise and fade. Even difficulties arise and fade. Through watching the breath, you begin to see impermanence directly. And with that insight comes freedom. Because if everything is passing, you don't need to cling so tightly. You can let go. This is where mindful breathing moves beyond calm into liberation. The Buddha never intended meditation to stay on the cushion. He encouraged his students to practice mindful breathing throughout daily life. Walking down the street? Breathe mindfully. Eating a meal? Breathe mindfully. Even in conversation, pause and take one conscious breath before speaking. Thich Nhat Hanh, a great modern Buddhist teacher, described it beautifully. Breath is the thread that stitches the body and mind together. By bringing mindful breathing into everyday activities, life itself becomes the meditation hall. Every moment is an opportunity to return to presence. Let's try it together, right now. Sit comfortably. Take a slow inhale. Notice the cool air entering your nose. Feel your chest or belly rising. Now exhale slowly. Notice the warm air leaving. Feel your body softening as you release. Again, inhale gently, aware of the breath. Exhale fully, aware of the breath. You don't need to force or control it, just ride the natural rhythm. If you like, add a gentle inner smile. A smile of gratitude for this simple gift of being alive, breathing in this moment. That's all. Just this. This is the Buddha's practice. The Buddha once said, "Mindful breathing brings the body and mind together in the present moment. It is the foundation of awareness." When you breathe this way, you're not escaping life. You're entering it more fully, You're not rejecting thoughts or emotions, you're simply creating space to see them clearly. In time, mindful breathing reveals the truth of our existence, that peace, freedom, and clarity are not things we need to achieve. They are already here, waiting beneath the surface. The breath is the doorway. So as we close, remember this. The Buddha's teaching of mindful breathing is so simple it's easy to overlook. But simplicity is its greatest power. In a world filled with noise, distraction, and endless demands, the breath remains a faithful companion, always here, always now. Next time you feel overwhelmed, pause. Take one mindful breath, and know that in that single moment, you have touched the same stillness the Buddha discovered over 200 years ago. Thank you for joining me for this reflection on the Buddha's practice of watching the breath. If this message resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe to Ascend and Awaken, a life of balance. Share in the comments how mindful breathing has helped you in your own life or how you plan to begin today. Peace, love, and light to you on your continual spiritual journey.